We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter now, it's Sanders. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 75 yards. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the... Back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. A man from the capital of Pennsylvania, Harrisburg. This is Chase Edmonds. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Wilson now to throw on third down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Here's Wilson to throw. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So it's Hurts. That's Zach Pascal. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down, back to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The slot man in motion right. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson got his man. It's Dulcich. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the first. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st down, Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Slot man moves right. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Chase Edmonds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. McManus's point after is good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now it's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, 52 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw because if he had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyler Beatty taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. This offense so far on third down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
That's caught left side by Judy. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Wilson will throw again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Sliding out, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the... back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give to Edmonds. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From just shy of midfield, Wilson, flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson eluding the pressure right. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, 39 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Against the receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Flushed out right. But I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it?
It's like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 36, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 4th down, here's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. 72 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. Oh, he's brought down. Remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens, the football trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to get up here to the 26. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. On 3rd down, Jackson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the... back in the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's going to be caught by Judy. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. There's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Edmonds. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll roll him out right. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. To throw is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going to run again here with Pollard. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich from 13 yards out. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They tried to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Prescott. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Greg Dulcich, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
28 yards.
And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. play clock reading 4. We're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
This will be caught. Jeudy.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left.
Over the middle, complete to Jeudy.
Touchdown, Broncos!
Jerry Jeudy
from 13 yards out.
And the Broncos have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Nathaniel Hackett told his offense to stay put. They're going for 2.
Now they send a man in motion right. And he is into the end zone to give him a 2-point lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
11.
Burrow will throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Wilson.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. This is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to extend their lead. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Now he's forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the 1st half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the 1st half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the 2nd half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Rolling to his right. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They snap it at one. Now Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. He's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Open man, he completes it to Judy. Oh, what a juke into space. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick 6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
first down. Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 36,
Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Bengals have taken a fourth quarter lead.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. On the move to his left. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right.
protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Here's Edmonds. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. One last shot for Wilson. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
And he is into the end zone. No flags. And there may be a play away from winning the football game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. Taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 30. To the 36.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. To throw is Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chase Edmonds. 41 yards.
And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the 44, Herbert flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He's got him in, complete. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same.
And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chase Edmonds with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos have moved out in front.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Jalen Guyton,
77 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down and 4. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Throwing is Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Completes a pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
It's Wilson.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
A great play there. 26 yards as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he comes back with one complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Wilson, a final shot before break. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before break. Wilson being chased out left. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They snap it to Herbert. Edmonds got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down.
Now it's Herbert. Forced out to his left.
It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Edmonds trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal?
That's caught left side by Judy.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now receiver in motion left. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Eluding the pressure right.
And this is taken in by Hamler for Bronco touchdown.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Herbert to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Herbert.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Now it's Herbert.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Able to find Judy. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this will go out of bounds. How about that for an ending? Wild finish. Came down to the final play. But on that crazy note, this game is over.